Hey guys, this is Kids Truth again, and I'm finally back to do a very exciting review. Today, and well, you probably already know by the title, but today I'm doing a Transformers review on the Transformers Movie 1, Classic Camaro or 74 Camaro, Bumblebee, and I actually got this toy quite recently, and by that I mean yesterday. And I got it off eBay from a guy who said that it was never transformed and a display figure only, and yeah, it had never been transformed. But as soon as I got it, a couple of minutes after I got it, well, that title was no longer true. And I don't care, because this guy is awesome. And yeah, so let's start the review. So he has quite a good amount of paint applications on him. I have to look at the Takara pictures for the Takara one, because I know the Takara one had translucent and clear blue plastic here. It needs a painted, and a lot of people didn't like that. Sorry. And I do like the Takara more, but it is a lot more expensive, and literally the only difference I would get it for would be for the blue windows, and that is it. Because the blue windows don't bother me at all on this one. I kind of like it. And it kind of goes with my movie one leader, Optimus Prime. Excuse me. So paint applications wise, he's got some scuff marks all over him. He's got some nice silvery scuff marks below the front wheel over here. And another darkened out area there. Then he's got a nice black grille, solid black. These stripes all line up pretty nicely. Well, that button doesn't really, but at least they painted it black. Then he's got some silver headlights, a silver rim there, which looks very nice. He's got kind of a turquoise-ish kind of color. And for me, that's probably half the reason I like these windows, because I absolutely love turquoise. Then he's got some black plastic wheels with a very nice silver rimming, and he's got the other stripes at the back, which are, this one's slightly longer for some reason. I don't know if that one's shorter or that one's just longer than it's meant to be, and it's kind of only just offline, but that doesn't really bother me. Then you can see his missiles there. He's got some nice brake lights, and he's got I just noticed he has molded in reverse lights that are painted silver, and then he's got the silver rim at the back. No license plate painted or anything there. I actually have to see if there are Reaper labels for this guy, because that would actually be nice. Then, top, looks good. I love it from this angle, don't know why, I just do. And the bottom, there are more paint apps, but you will see them in robot mode. And not much going on there. I mean, you can see the guns, but there's not much. And so for size comparison, here is Classic Camaro Bumblebee. Here is Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, and Age of Extinction 2014 Camaro Bumblebee. And if you line them all up at the back, they do get longer. and, and bigger. Even though this guy's a bit lower down, this is a more old-ish Camaro, so but these are the similar type because these are more recent. So this is only like a 3-year gap, and look how much it's changed. I mean, just at the front, look at the design, and yes, this guy is smaller, but I don't think the car is smaller. But yeah, just a lot of details, and I'll try and get reviews out for these guys. Then, as I mentioned earlier, the windows on this guy suit my leader, Optimus Prime from movie 1. So here he is. And I will try and get a review out for this guy, who has a very nice painted silver front. I just realized. Huh. We just certainly don't get that anymore. So yeah, looking back at these old figures, you see how big they used to be, because it was cheaper to make them, and now it's a bit more expensive, so in order to cut cost and to make them more detailed, they had to make them smaller, which sucked. But yeah, these older guys, they still kick. They're pretty good. And yeah, as I said, it goes with the windows, because these are translucent-ish blue, like a turquoise. You can't really see it because of the shaders, but on the side here, yeah, over there. But yeah, I might make a review for him as well. Well, not might, I will have to at some point if I'm going to review all my Transformers. And I'm also going to later today try and make Minecraft videos for you guys, so that will be interesting. So stop talking, Lachlan, just transform him already. It's already been 7 minutes. So let's start. So first, what you want to do is the obvious. See this button here? Press it. Yeah, there's a button here that's kind of cut off from the rest of this. Well, it's all cut up over here, but you just press it, and well, a lot of people can do it like that, but this one's a bit hard. So you just have to hold it, and there we go. And all of this will fold down, and then you bring that up. You can bring this piece all the way down. I do it like that because you can do it however you want right now. It doesn't really matter yet. Then you can turn the head around, and oh, it's Bumblebee. Say hello. Oh wait, I forgot he can't talk. Ha 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 ha. Inside joke. Okay. And then next it says you want to fold out the guns, and that can be hard because you're meant to tab them in together, and I have, and I don't know why I always do it. It makes it harder. But yeah, there's a black tab, and fold that out. There's a hole there, and they tab in. And then you just want to kind of grab the inside of the arm and unpeg the side, and the arms can fold up. There you have that. And then just attach the guns. I'm kind of doing this how the instructions say, but I guess it's how I like to do it. Then you can just fold the front down even more, and then you can push this piece all the way back as far as you can without this folding back up, which is about there. And you can fold that down a bit more to make it in line, or you can just have it like that. I don't really care. And then these wheels do peg in on tiny little tabs just there and there, and you're definitely not going to see this, but do it like that. You might not be able to see, but there are tiny little ridges or tabs inside of the wheel everywhere, in these front two, and yeah, in the gaps you just put in the two little pegs, and nope, that's not it. You'll hear them tab in when it happens properly, which I'm trying to do, but it also makes them very hard to, there we go, it makes them very hard to untab, but for the sake of the video and for the sake of me having to transform Transformers how you're meant to, it's just a thing I have, yeah, so I'll do it for that. Then you want to fold the arms down, break this whole line here, and bend the elbow. That's better. Yeah. I don't like having Transformers that just do that. Unless they're a Legends class. Then that's an exception. Then you want to come to the top here, put your finger under the doors or under the top half of the doors. Untab those from the side. Untab this part from underneath these roof panels. Fold that up. Fold that back down. And there we have the top done. And you can see some very nice paint coming into play. Then you can untab these legs, fold up this back piece, and just try and hold it there and fold on this joint here all the way down, and there will be automorph, which I will show you on this side. Get that arm out of the way. There we go. So you want to get this whole back piece and lift it up and around, then bring this piece down, and it will fold this piece down and bring his knee pad up, which I think is very nice. The other version, I guess the concept, or the 2007 version, didn't do that. It didn't bring up his knee pad, but it still has on and off. And yeah, here you have the Transformers 2007 classic Camaro Bumblebee from 1974. Yeah, that's confusing sometimes to people. So, yeah, this guy is awesome, and robot mode, well, he's standing quite well right now because of how I have him standing. His legs are, he's kind of in a weird shape, but if I bring his legs back like that, yep, there we have the problem. So then you have to kind of lean him forward, but then his body is upright. But, you know, you pose him how you want to. And for paint-wise, in robot mode, nothing on the arms, but that doesn't really bug me that much, because I can see the detail molded in. If I got yellow paint like that, I might paint it, but that would take quite a while for me to do, because I would try not to wreck this guy, because I've tried to paint Transformers in the past and it has not turned out well. Like, actually this Bumblebee, I painted blue headlights. I didn't like that, so I painted, it used to have silver headlights like the Chevy symbol, then I painted blue ones. Then I finally got sick of that, so I put my own silver back onto there. Didn't turn out too well. And I also just had to paint that mini Autobot symbol silver, but that's for the sake of accuracy, so that one is accepted. Painting that grey, doing stuff in there, and then covering the whole guy in super glue to make him look battle damaged was a big mistake. Sadly, I did the same to my Transformers 3 Leader Class Jetwing Optimus Prime. Good news is though, I'm saving up for the APS-01U version, which is really expensive, but it's actually a good toy. So, back to Bumblebee. I gotta stop speaking like this, I make the reviews too long. Anyway, so paint in robot mode is basically all down at the crotch and thigh area. That's something I never thought I'd say, but there's nothing under there. Of course, there's the big Autobot symbol on his chest, actually, and his face is quite nicely painted. Has some nice turquoise-ish blue eyes, some silver on his face, and a bit of black there. It's not a bad mold for a first try. And this was the first Bumblebee they had to make. And they did a pretty damn good job. Sorry if you don't like that language, but I do. So there's some yellow on the sides here, and if I look at the model, I see all the accuracy, and that's who I am. I love accuracy. And yes, he's got a small hint of turquoise-ish blue above the license plate, which is painted with a red line and says 4NZZ454, which I'm pretty sure is his license plate until Dark of the Moon. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that changes in Dark of the Moon. But I don't really care about that. And yeah, then he's got some nice yellow on his crotch. Another thing I never thought I'd say. Then he's got some nice yellow over the front of his upper thigh. Back has nothing. Then he's got some nice blue on the sides as well. Don't know how well that's coming up on camera, but yeah. So, as you saw in the early point of transformation, he does come with these two missile launchers. And I'll be honest with you, the trigger is kind of hard to use. It's alright, and they're awkwardly placed because you peg them in either in the hands or on the tires, which you probably know, which is where I keep them without the missiles. And yeah, so you either, because I keep them inward because that's how they came in the car, and they tab together like that. You can have them like that. I've actually never made him hold it like that. That's actually kind of cool. Anyway, I actually don't know if this works with MechTech. I'll have to test that out. And yes, he can hold them in his hands because, well, that's how they came, and that's how you transform him. And you can do that, but he's not Optimus Prime. He doesn't double wield guns. No. He has shoulder cannons. Yeah. So you just peg them. You peg it has two pegs on this. It has a fatter peg for his hands, and a smaller one for his wheels. And so you just peg those on, and there is molded in detail, which I quite like. But Transformers 1, all the missiles had this nice fiery look to them, and I'll shoot it, and they shoot quite well, I think. I'll take off the missile. You have to pull that little nudge back. Whoops, I held on to it. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. I have to do 2 hands, I think. Ha ha ha. There we go. It's a very nice missile launcher, I have to say, for how small it is. And yeah, as I was saying, they had very nice fiery look to them, which was quite nice. And there we go. Yeah, they come out the back of it through that hole, so you can kind of hold on to them. They don't fire out, but doesn't really bother me. And I was talking about there's one problem which I can probably fix it, but I wouldn't do it for a while just to see how bad it would get. But this foot here at the pin joint here, it's not super stiff, it's stiff, so it's alright. But this one, it just kind of gives up a little bit, but there is a way to fix that. You can get some super glue, and there's a tiny ridge because there's a fake wheel here for the middle, and you can see there's a bit of a gap, especially in there, which is where this whole line goes through. So you can put some super glue just through there, not touching the wheel, otherwise it'll be stuck. And I've been through that situation with another toy. I eventually broke the glue. It only took 6.5 months. And yeah, that's another video. And yeah, so I could fix that, just not right now. I'm not going to yet, but otherwise he stands good. Just depends how. And molded detail on the guns, they actually put dots around there so they look like his shoulder cannons, or you can turn them around, which is what I do, and then it's just a hole in there with the circles, so there's no plus sign. And I think that just looks cool. And I do have a knockoff Revenge of the Fallen shoulder cannons Bumblebee, but because it's a knockoff, one of the shoulder cannons broke off, like after a week, and it was the left one, I mean the right one, whatever. And yeah, the front didn't even, it was based, the original toy wasn't too good either, but that doesn't really bother me, because now I have this guy who has shoulder cannons, and actually I could put this on my Dark of the Moon one. So, to bring in the other Bumblebees, and here they are. So, yeah, you can definitely kind of see, I don't know if you can. Let's, oop, there we go. You can kind of see how they get smaller each generation. And, yeah, these guns can work with mech tech. I'll show you. I'll take them off. I don't know if I'll display this guy with, the shoulder cannons, because, well, this guy kind of deserves them as the Dark of the Moon guy, because the miniature, it only just fits in there. He can hold them ish, but if you have this toy, you probably would have noticed that on this peg here, he has holes, and those are mech-tech ports, where you can get these and try to peg them in, and it is a bit thin, so I just broke it. I just snapped it, And this one's already broken, but geez, that's a clean break there. That's a clean snap. Whoops. But now I have to turn it. But now, not the best look actually, so that wasn't worth breaking. But hey, now he has shoulder cannons, which is cool. Let's pull them up a bit actually. There we go. Oh. So they look alright, but obviously not this guy's mojo thing. Okay, I don't know what to say. But and this guy can hold them as well, but his thing is the spikes. So, and let's bring everyone closer together. Oh, look at the cute little bumblebees. And angle the camera up. Oh, look at the little transformers. Now look at the big transformer. Yeah, that sucked. But so getting the other guys out of frame, and I'll take these missiles. But this guy and this guy and whoops. Yeah, they scale pretty well because Bumblebee's meant to be a lot smaller than Optimus, even because this guy's smaller. He scales with them. These two guys scale pretty well. So yeah. I know this video's been going for a while, but get Optimus out of the way, whoops. But just for the sake of stuff, I guess I will transform him back. I guess I'll do that now. So I just want to tab the legs together, get the feet halfway, and then I rotate them down. I saw some people made some pretty good customs, and yeah, they're pretty good. Then you want to fold the wings down, tab that in, tab the doors in. Now you have almost the top done. You want to straighten these arms and keep this front section as far down as you can, because you're going to need a bit to unpeg the wheels. So you want to kind of get your thumb in this groove there and just have your finger around the back for support and kind of pull up and sideways, and there we go. That one's usually harder to do. Let's see. Yeah, that one's easier. Then you want to fold this section up a bit, and you can have the head that way or the other way, and I'll show you, but you just want to straighten the arms, fold them in, and this piece always sucks at going in. Then that one doesn't really line up as much, but it works. Then you want to keep the fists straight and insert missile here. Then insert missile here, and then you just tab in the missiles. And I like then the weapons did have proper storage, and of course Optimuses from that movie just didn't have very good storage, but hey, at least it had storage. Like some new ones these days don't have much. Then you just want to fold them in, try and line them up and tab them together, because then the sides can tab in. And why's that back up? There we go. And yep, you have pretty much everything done. But I'll show you the head rotated around. Hey, it's a bit jumpy. You have to push it up and then peg those in. Okay, there we go. And then you can fold that piece down. And then, yeah, you're done. But, if you want, it doesn't really do anything if the head's the other way. But, it just, gives you that cliche Bumblebee toy kind of look. And, come on. You don't do this normally. Why do you have to be so cruel? Why you gotta be so rude? Yeah, I'll stop singing. And, because front on, it doesn't matter, you can kind of see his voice box. Calm down, Bumblebee. Calm down. Anyway, but his head's there, but... Okay, now that's finger touch sensitive. Then you just do that. And, so where's the but if you do it like that, you have to push his head down. Then hold that up. Fold that down. That scared me. Bumblebee, why are you being so difficult? That's what my friend Ryan would say. Why are you being so difficult to work with, Bumblebee? Okay, I heard that tab in. Are we cool? Okay, we're cool. That's never really happened before, but yeah. You know these things. Transformers, when they have automorph, stuff can happen. But yeah, so here's Bumblebee, and if any of that was off camera, I apologize. I forget to do things sometimes. But you already saw the transformation at the beginning of the video. So, to end this video on a positive note, is he worth it? Yes. I know lots of people, if you're one of those people who are detailed, but you don't like the older toys because they didn't have good detail, if you have another Bumblebee, you can try and swap out the heads. Maybe I'll make a video on doing that. I don't really care about doing that because either way, some Bumblebee has to have the bad head, and why don't you just give it to the original Bumblebee that had it? It would suit him the most. And hey, the earlier figures, yeah, they didn't have good detail or great accuracy and transformation, but hey, they got good paint apps, which makes them just pop. Because I mean, when was the last time we got some silver on this guy over here? His face is literally just grey, made to look like silver. So they kind of cheated. There is absolutely no silver on this guy whatsoever. And this guy has silver rims and silver highlights up there and a silver face, silver symbol and silver headlights. So that was better, but they could have done some more paint apps on the inside of the robot, because his legs were all yellow, his feet were all yellow, and that was all grey. And there wasn't even an Autobot symbol up there. I understand that the headlights back there being red, I mean not the headlights, the brake lights not being painted, because no Bumblebee's ever had that, because it's just too minor a detail to want to cover. And but if you want silver, get this guy. He is loaded in silver, but I'll do a review on him later. So on that note, is this guy worth it? Yes. I got this guy for about 40 bucks with instruction sheet. If you want one in box, you're gonna have to pay about $130 on eBay without packaging, without postage. And Camaro, out of the ones, there's like maybe 1 or 2 on eBay. Those are pretty expensive as well. If you're willing to pay a Camaro version of this, if you're willing to pay $200 for this, then there's something wrong with you. I know my dad was complaining about how small it was for $40, but come on, this thing is 9 years old, and it's in good condition to me. The only bad condition, and this thing, it says it was never used, and there's a barricade this from the same guy I might get, and all I can see is that mark, and that's probably not even from use. That's probably just been there since, because they're not perfect. And yeah, so this guy's great. I'm very happy with how he turned out. Yeah, if you want one, get one. The reason I wanted this guy so bad was his car, because I love this car. I love the 74 Camaro. I love the Camaro, but I love the 74 Camaro. That's amazing. 2014, yeah, that's alright, the Camaro. That's really the only reason I got this guy as well, because otherwise they'd never make this guy again, because the Camaro has to change, and Bumblebee has to change with it. So yeah, on that note, if you want him, get him. Kids Truth, logging off. Goodbye. Bye.